Yo, still bills. What's the deal, man? Yo, I'm at McDonald's right now, waiting on my order to get out here, man. So I'm a poly with y'all for a minute. So peep game, man. We got to get into this David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant shit, because I can't take it no more, man. I wanted to chill until next month when they actually line it up, but I can't take it no more, bro. I was just watching the Porterway podcast with and they had Genuine on there, and Genuine like, first off, let me say I like these content creators being in a position where they can get interviewed. The world has shrunk due to social media. It's not as big as it once was, man. It's easier to reach out and touch somebody. It's easy. You'd be surprised who comes across the channels that who comes across your channels. You'll be surprised. I would have thought in a million years I would have seen Genuine on the Porterway podcast, because I didn't even think he was into boxing. I didn't think he was into it, man. So for that to happen, that shit is dope. I dig the fuck out of that shit, man. But what he was saying on there just kind of had me like scratching my head, like, bro, like, just the praises that everybody continues to sing for David Benavidez, which I'm not mad at, because I don't think he's a bad fighter, but I do think he is being vastly overrated based on how he did Kyron Davis and David Lemieux. Those were two fighters you were supposed to do that with. You were supposed to do that with those two fighters. You were supposed to do that. You dig? Neither one of them belong at 168 pounds. Kyron said, I'm going back down to 160. David Lemieux retired after that and he was getting brutalized up there at 68. You dig? How is it that Canelo can get, he can get all the flack in the world for beating the dude who beat David Lemieux years ago and took a belt off of him when he was at his best? Don't nobody want to see no old ass Golovkin, but y'all want to see David Lemieux get beat up by David Benavidez, and we supposed to give him all the praises and praises and accommodations for that win, man. Nah, bro, no, fuck no. I keep hearing people speak to David, Caleb Plant's gas tank, and it's really like blowing me, because I'm like, y'all, this is coming from. It's not coming from a place of reason. It's not. It's you simply picking and choosing as to why David Benavidez is going to steamroll this dude. When David Benavidez fought Kyron Davis, and Kyron Davis showed a good chin and durability, he got gassed. He overexerted himself. He went in on the attack and just, stepped up his combinations, stepped up his punch output and his punch volume. He stepped that up. He stepped that up tremendously. And in the process of that, he was breathing with his mouth open by the time the fight was over. How did y'all not catch that? That dude was clear as day breathing with his mouth open. But y'all don't want to speak to that because y'all want to continue to perpetuate this narrative that Canelo's running from him. Oh, man, Canelo, he's scared. Canelo's scared of him. Canelo don't want to fight him. He's scared of him. That adds to the allure of him. He's scared. And because you want to continue to push that notion, you don't want to speak to what it is, that his flaws, his shortcomings. He was winded in front of Kyron Davis, and he was winning the fight clear as day. He was hitting Kyron Davis at will. And when he showed durability, it was like, yo, what the fuck? You're not falling? Why are you not falling? Why are you not cut? I'm saying, fam, like, at what point do we say, all right, man, let's pump the brakes real quick? Because they definitely need to be pumped. They definitely need to be pumped, bro. David Benavidez has not been in there with anybody that is fleet-footed and can punch on the go like Caleb Plant. He hasn't. You did what you were supposed to do with Romer. Cool, good win. You did what you were supposed to do with I was about to say Morrell, but Durrell. You did, kudos to you for that, for regaining that strap after you lost it the first time. You did what you were supposed to do with Kyron Davis and David Lemieux. But the thing is, none of them have proven to be Caleb Plant. We just saw that in Durrell and Plant's last fight when he fought Durrell. He actually knocked him out. Literally. He's not even known as a puncher. Now, what happens when you go on the hunt and you have to apply pressure? Not just any type of pressure, educated pressure. You got to know when to swing. You're in punching position to swing, and you got to know where to place them punches to slow him down. You saw Canelo was able to wield that man to the ropes and find them holes in his defense. That Philly shell, everybody using the Philly shell, everybody want to shell up and all that. Caleb Plant consistently bent to his left or his right and left his whole left side exposed. And every time he would do that, Canelo would simply hold him in place with his right hand and hammer fist him shots down with his left. Oh, what's all this? I hope this is, yeah, this was me. That's IQ right there. Pause.
Hello, Ronnie.
Ronell here.
Ronell. Oh, sorry.
Ronnie is cool though. You have a better one. Well, but you know, that's IQ right there. What happens when he's going to be forced to use his IQ and not, you know, just brute strength and ability to just knock somebody over? What happens when someone is showing a really good chance? It took Canelo 11 rounds to get rid of Caleb Plant. And Caleb Plant was still able to find a home for those counter right hands. And a jab. What happens when you got when someone is consistently spinning you and you got to consistently reset your attack that you're trying to go on? What happens then? You're not even a body player. Everybody keep talking about body shots, body shots. I don't recall ever seeing you tap the body like that. You get up on somebody and shoe shine, and all of your shots end up top. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. And there's nothing wrong with him having to go on the hunt, because Canelo had to go on the hunt. So, you know, that's not a diss, but I'm putting shit in perspective for y'all. What happens when you have to go on the hunt? What happens when he's not? Everybody just has this. It's the same shit with Spence and Bud. Y'all look at how Spence did Ugas, and y'all are automatically assuming that Bud is just gonna be right there at this man for this man to touch, and that's not gonna happen. When has Caleb Plant stood in front of anybody? Anybody? He didn't stand in front of Canelo. Canelo forced that man to stay there. Forced him. Through educated pressure, through proper punch selection and punch placement. Knowing when to throw the shot, knowing when to throw the uppercut, knowing when to go downstairs and tap the body, knowing when to throw the left hook. We don't get that with David Benavidez. We don't. David Benavidez has not had to stand in front of nobody who is going to force it, who is going to spin and turn and dip this man. He has never had to stand in front of nobody like that. He has never had to stand in front of nobody who can move and punch on the go and walk you into shots. That shoe shining shit is going to get punished. It's going to get punished. He can find them spots in between Canelo's combinations. You think he can't do that shit with David Benavidez? When 6 out of 8 punches in a combination are going to just simply be shoe shine punches to set up a big right hand or a left hook? That shit is going to get timed. It's going to get timed. He's going to poke him with the right hand and spin him right back out into the middle of the ring. And David Benavidez is going to have to reset. And having to chase that man, if he don't get Caleb Plant out of there by the mid-rounds, it's going to get real dark for David. It's going to get real dark, pitch black. And you'll start to see him unravel and begin to make mistakes. Lunging in a little too much. Overextending on the straight shots. Out of desperation. Because he hasn't been in there with the cream of the crop. Canelo, up until he fought Caleb, up until he fought Canelo, hasn't either. But the fact that he fought Canelo, he's been able to tweak all those holes in his game off of that one fight, that one experience. Everybody is talking about David Benavidez as if he's just he just can't be fucked with, and that's just not the case. Y'all are taking how he did niggas that he was supposed to do like that and running with it. Caleb Plant was not supposed to knock out Anthony fucking Durrell. He wasn't. David Benavidez didn't even do it. Caleb Plant did. He wasn't supposed to do that. But he did it. David Benavidez was supposed to go in there and outline motherfucking Lemieux and Kyron Davis in chalk. He was supposed to do that. They're 160 pounders, bro. Y'all are vastly overrating this dude. Y'all honestly are. And I think David Benavidez is a good fighter. But this, oh, he the Mexican monster. Don't nobody want to fight him and this and that. Bro, no. 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 Fuck it. I'm going to just say my prediction right now. Caleb Plant is going to win at least 8 rounds. He's going to win 8 rounds at the very least in that fight. No less than 7. But David Benavidez will be active enough in the first half of the fight. He'll be active enough in the first half of the fight to where he's losing the round, but he's making it competitive in those rounds. They're going to give David Benavidez those rounds because of the shoe shining and all that shit, and they're going to go out of their way. They're going to use that to justify them robbing Caleb Plant on the cards so they can set up a fight with him and Canelo Alvarez. That is my prediction for this fight. That is my prediction. That's my prediction. That's how the fuck I'm feeling about it, in all honesty. Y'all can say whatever it is y'all want to say about me. I don't see... David Benavidez is going to have to knock out Caleb Plant. But he's going to have to do it in the early round, in the mid rounds. After the mid rounds, it's over. It's over. Caleb Plant would have been... He would have got adjusted to him. And he getting... All right, now I'm in rhythm now. I'm getting in rhythm, and he's dissipated. He has never had to be in a position where he's had to overexert himself and not in his favor. He overexerted himself with Kyron Davis, but Kyron Davis was already on the brink of defeat. Caleb Plant is not going to be there to get, he's not going to be as accessible to hit as Kyron Davis was. I'm telling you. Y'all are vastly overrating David Benavidez. Y'all are. He's going to make it competitive enough in them early rounds to where you can say, oh, well, he won that round because he was a little bit more active. They'll completely disregard the pinpoint accuracy from Caleb Plant. They'll disregard the little pokes with the counter right hand and the, a punt, getting shot in between the combinations. They're going to disregard all that shit and focus on a fucking shoe shine and give him a round, so they can set up a fight with him and Canelo Alvarez. That is my prediction for that fight. David Benavidez will make it competitive enough in the early rounds and maybe squeeze out a round or two in the later rounds to where they can justify robbing Caleb Plant and giving it to David Benavidez. That's how I'm feeling. Y'all are vastly overrating this dude. Vastly. I'll stand corrected if he go in there and he put on a boxing clinic or he knocked out Caleb Plant. I will, and I'll admit it, but I don't see it happening like that, man. So yeah, that's how the fuck I'm feeling about it. I couldn't wait no more. I had to speak on it, man. So yeah, that's what it is with me, man. Deuces.